Hey everybody, Jackie here. I just figured I'd throw in a little something. I just want to thank everyone for making our campaign already a success. We hit our goal with at least 3 full days to go, which is insane. So thank every single one of you who helped this thing happen. It's not that we didn't expect it to happen, but I think we were afraid it would come down to the wire, and we're not worrying about that now. We are, of course, still happily accepting donations because every cent that goes towards this is going to go towards making the show bigger and better and making our stay and our travels a bit less stressful because, oh, Lord. I'm taking a whole week off, unpaid from work. The weekend before that, my sister is getting married. There's just so much going on this October for me and for, the band. Just seeing that this is happening is such a relief. Although it also means that now the game is on, so to speak, and we as a group have to really hunker down and get our shit together and make this the best show that we possibly can. I think that it's going to be great. I think that there will probably be some form of comedy of errors because we're quite the ragtag little group, and this is the first time that most of us have done anything even close to similar to this. That being said, I wanted to go ahead and talk a little bit about what I am going to be doing with this show and beyond the show. As may have been mentioned previously, I'm going to be filming everything that I can. I'm going to get the band to film as much as possible. We're all going to take all that footage, give it to me. I'll try to get some interviews and stuff as well. As much of this trip as possible. And I'm going to try to piece together some kind of narrative out of it, some kind of documentary feature. I've been a movie person my whole life. I can't reasonably say before I was a video game person, but they were very much hand in hand equal parts of my upbringing. My mom worked in one of the coolest video stores in Corpus Christi, Texas when I was growing up. The kind that had all the weird fucked up shit, all the stuff that you had to search out because, nobody was carrying those at a Blockbuster or any of the other more chain-like places. It was called Jay's Video, the letter J for the owner, Javier. He was the definition of the American dream, a guy who literally came here, opened up his own business, and absolutely killed it until somebody offered to buy him out completely. And I will lament that place's lack of continued existence every day for the rest of my life. But between that and the video games that I was able to rent from him and the Commodore 64 I remember growing up with from my parents, and, us getting our first Packard Bell Windows 3.1 PC with CD-ROM in 1993, this stuff all goes hand in hand with my whole life. Video games and movies were my youth, and they are so much of who I am now and what I would love to do with my life as some kind of professional. I like sharing movies with people. I like writing about movies, same with games. But in the long run, beyond writing, beyond singing, beyond acting, I would love to create my own. And this is my chance to do that just by letting reality happen, because we're looking at what I consider an extraordinary situation, because, this is the 5 of us coming from all around the world, meeting up with our friends in the Pacific Northwest area who are also tangential. And we've got 5 days to do this, pretty much, from feet on the ground till showtime. That's crazy. That's fucking insane. It's a stupid idea, and we should know better. But we don't. So we're going to do it. And there are 2 ways this could go. Either we are looking at the real-life Spinal Tap, just a complete and utter misadventure filled with comical failures and hysterical fuck-ups, or we're looking at an underdog story here. A situation of there's no way this should go off without a hitch. This should never, the stars should never align perfectly for a show like this to happen with a 5-day time limit, at least a 5-day time limit with all of us in the same place. We've got the Fat Man on board to join us as well, and we've got the Sieberts helping out with their piece, and I don't even know what else is going to be involved. But again, my point simply is that I want to document every little bit of this, and then whether it goes perfectly or whether it is a nightmare, I want to share it with the world. And I think we're going to have an interesting story on our hands. And like I said, all the backers, anyone who has backed this, I don't care if you sent us $1, I don't care if you sent $300, any dollar amount, you're going to get this when it's done. I don't know when it's going to be done. This is not a promised stretch goal. This is just something I'm promising as a bonus to people who have taken part in this. So you're not investing in the documentary. Although, if anybody has anything that they think would help, especially if you'll be in the area and maybe might have nice equipment or something that is definitely better than the phone I'm using right now, and presumably the phones that we're all going to be using once we're on the floor, or once our feet are on the ground, I should say. That would be helpful. That would be useful. This is going to be a guerrilla thing, which I imagine matches the spirit of the show. We're a whole bunch of untrained, unprofessional idiots, and we're going to make some fucking art happen. So thank you again from myself and everyone involved with Error 47, the official and unofficial band members and our guests and everyone else, because this is going to be an amazing time. We're going to have a great time, not just doing this concert, but at the Portland Retro Gaming Expo as well. I'll be hosting an FMV panel. I'll be tagging along for the FMV panel about horror that I'm not hosting, as well as any of our adventure game related stuff. I will also be helping to exhibit the unveiling of the current version of one of our dear Roberta's, kind of her visions, a traveling museum of FMV titles, full motion video, live action video games. It was the thing she always wanted, and we're going to make that an available piece. An installation? I don't know what we'd call it, but it's going to be happening, and I'll be showing it off with several of my friends. So, yeah, this is going to be one hell of a weekend, and I just can't wait to see you guys there.